Chinmay,
Hello. Good
wonderful to
morning.
see you. Wonderful to see you. How are you doing on this Saturday morning?
It's been good. I think the weather in Seattle has started to show its colors, been gloomy.
We
But
need
yeah,
that. We need
I know it's been a long summer, so cannot complain.
Yeah, that's great. And do you want to share a little bit about your where you're from or where you hang out or what you do?
Yeah, so I'm originally from India. So, very opposite to the weather as we were on the topic.
That's right.
But it's been quite some time now. I've been in US for past 8 years now. Spent a couple years in New York, in Syracuse. As I did my masters, and then from then, I think from 2019, I've been in Seattle. So yeah, that's home. So got
Excellent.
used to weather, got used to the city, to the state, the national parks, everything's become home. But overall, it's been good. I think work keeps busy because 5 days,
Yeah.
but yeah, been really lucky about the summer, so had a good time, and now looking forward to all the vacation times and then celebrations towards the end of the year.
I think today's podcast is going to be a very exciting one because we're always wanting to learn more. So, listen, are you ready? Are you ready? We
Yeah,
got.
let's go.
I got some good questions for you. We're going to see if we can stump you today. Okay, but
Yeah,
so
I'm
glad
gonna
to.
try. I
Okay,
mean,
good. Yeah,
security is like, it's the topic of the day, each and every day, wherever, like, even though I'm from security, it's not that it's just like restricted to me.
right.
Like, even if I go to a grocery store, people are like, oh, is this secure? So it's out there everywhere.
Exactly, exactly. It's something that we all face, and so this will help us. Now, you today we're going to talk about security from the standpoint of compliance, and so that's another element that actually really becomes handy because when we're in the corporate world, what do we think about? So. I'm excited to try to stump you today and really grill you on these questions and then of course learn because that's what we're about is enhancing that learning ability. So we'll learn together today. But I'll start with question number one to kick us off. Okay. So what's important to focus on for having a compliance program or just in general having a compliance mindset?
Yes. The word compliance is very interesting. Like, it's nowadays just viewed from a standpoint of what a company organization needs to do to, meet certain checklists and, just prove that, we have the right things in place. It actually comes from within. Like, it's about realizing internally what obligations you have to fulfill. Like, it
Right.
kind of drains from there. And I believe if you look at it from like an individual standpoint, that's how it becomes easier to think from a business, from an organizational standpoint as well.
Right.
Like, I have a product, I have a service that for which, I have built up my organization. That's what I'm selling to my customers. And what do I need to do in order to make sure they trust me? And when
Right.
you've answered that question, you know that you're doing the right things.
Right.
And that's when you actually know that, oh, I'm compliant. So compliance is like, just one word to basically know what your obligations are, what you need to fulfill,
Okay.
and how you need to do them in the right way, in the right time,
Right.
so that in turn your business is achieving its goals. You have customer trust, you have more customers coming to you, you have their faith. Not just customers, but like third parties, your vendors who are trusting you with their data.
Right,
All
right.
of this kind of comes together when you know what the right thing is, and when you're doing the right thing. And now, talking from a security standpoint, that's what compliance asks you to do, to
Okay.
meet certain regulations, to meet certain security requirements, your obligations, your laws, whatever is out there and built for you to know that, okay, I need to flourish my business. It's never just going to be about selling my product.
That's
It's
right.
about all these things. And I think compliance is giving you that framework out there. It's telling you, these are the things you need to do. You always know at the top of your mind that I need to be secure. I need to
Right.
do XYZ things.
That's right.
But you fall in a place where you're like, okay, I know I need to do these 100 things. Where do I start?
Right.
And
Right.
that is what these compliance frameworks, these compliance regulations are kind of telling you. And okay,
Right.
I know as an organization, you need to do these things. Let me lay it out for you.
Right.
This is what you need. If you're into healthcare, this is what you need to make sure you're meeting. If you're into security, this is what you need. If you're into an automotive industry, this is what you need.
Right.
So having, I always feel like security, like cybersecurity or security and compliance go hand in hand. It's
Yeah.
never standalone.
Right. Right.
You need to have a security mindset,
That's right.
and when you have it, you're going to bound to do all the required things, and when you're doing it, you're meeting the compliance obligations. But
Mhm.
you cannot, you cannot place it in the order like, okay, I'm secure, I'm compliant. Even that's not the case. You
Right.
also need to make sure your business is driven by the compliance requirements as well. So it just goes hand in hand both the time at
Right.
the same pace.
Right. They hold hands basically, because there's an element. The other thing I love what you talked about, because in business this is how it works as well. When something happens, there's a sequence to what you need to do, right? There's
Yeah.
a timing that takes place, and then you're using the sequence to meet the timing. And I think that actually in business, that's exactly what makes somebody successful is understanding the timing and the sequence. And this in security sounds like it's pretty similar to at least that type of capability. Let's say somebody wants to, be in this. How can someone prepare themselves, for this type of compliance mindset?
Yeah. So I think, interesting. Like we spoke about how businesses can kind of look at compliance security together. But
Right.
I've spent about some years now, about 5 years into this industry space. And the interesting thing is, when I was like in my college, figuring out, okay, I'm into IT, but there's, so many streams out there. Like, what is something that's intriguing me? What is something that, I want to actually learn about and get myself into? And there was a lot of clarity about, data management, data
Oh, right.
analysis.
Yeah.
There was obviously there was like software development, and then program management, product management. But there was quite on a if I have to compare, it was relatively lower level of awareness about the field of compliance. So
Oh, okay. Okay.
I think I would like to, like, any students out there or
Yeah.
even professionals who want to pivot to, security compliance.
Right.
I think what is interesting about it is you can't really prepare or study. Like,
Right.
you can't do a day-to-day compliance read through. Like, obviously, there are materials out there. You can do certifications, you can
That's right.
do a lot of document reading, papers published. You can read through those and get awareness from those avenues.
Yeah.
But when you're actually into, when you're actually working as a compliance professional, that's when you get to see a lot of things which are actually, happening in different pieces and
Mhm.
how they come
Okay.
together.
Okay.
However, one of the things as a student that really helped me to
Yeah.
get into this field were absolutely certain certifications for, brand new students who want to like start knowing about what audit is about, what
Right.
compliance management is about, what are the different types of compliances they can get into. I think there are really good certifications.
Hmm.
Obviously there are certifications which are very specific to cloud
Right.
and, AI nowadays. But
That's
like
right.
specifically about auditing, risk management, there are bodies like ISACA offering such certifications, IC Square offering such certifications. So those help you build that ground up, get you that overview knowledge, and from what you're looking at as well. Like if you want to go into deep dive cybersecurity, you can like take such certification exams,
Okay.
understand the system architecture, how it's being developed, built, how you can read through and learn about it. If you're interested into audits, CISA is a really good starting point, I would say. That helped
Okay.
me. That's the
Yeah.
reason I'm like talking about it. It really helped me to understand auditing basics, fundamentals, uh, get get to know that if I am an auditor, what
Right.
type of mindset I need to have, like what are the things I need to be focusing on, and how do I need to make decisions, and what will be the right questions to ask, what will be the boundaries to draw. So all
Right.
these are like good introductory concepts you can get yourself familiarized with such certification. So as an individual, at an individual level, when
Yeah.
you ask me what can prepare you, um, someone starting brand new, definitely these exams, these study materials are like super helpful.
Okay.
And then as a professional, I think you're always surrounded by security and compliance. Like I don't think there'll be a software developer who'd be like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about when you say compliance. Like
Clients. Right.
every
Right.
moment they are building something, they are doing it in a way where it's like, secure first, secure by design principle. What are these are all
Right.
the obligations they are fulfilling, so
Right.
they are tied to it. Now if they want to pivot, it's just about like understanding, if again, if they are getting into like score security role, like a security engineer, then it's like a more security driven business case where they can like prep themselves up with taking some project which is a combination of the two.
Oh yeah.
But
That's
yeah.
right. Yeah, I love that. And it does, I do agree. You definitely get prepared, but at least from what you're sharing, a lot of it will come, learning in the job, right? Because that'll
Yeah.
help you immediately be in that mindset when you have that culture around you. That's awesome.
Yep,
Well,
yep.
through our chat, we also talked about something that's a favorite item of mine. We also talked about